Hi Leo, and welcome to your monthly reading for February. This is a reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus sign. So if your Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus sign is in Leo, this is your reading. And look at this, there is your energy. And it might be a reading that is connected to a relationship or the relationship that you have with yourself. Also, welcome to all the cross watchers talking about relationships here. So let's have a look. What are the energies for Leo in February, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What is it that Leo should know? I'm using my Magic Soul Tarot today, and I'm going to lay out the Celtic Cross, plus an additional advice, plus the Moonology Oracle cards in order to get a little bit more information about the energies and the vibe of the month. Leo in February. The Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Cups, Justice, Five of Pentacles, luckily in the past, Prince of Wands, but you're thinking back of the past, so Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Temperance card. Then the advice is the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Ace. Let's put this over here. The Ace of Pentacles. We're going to clarify one or two cards, I suppose, maybe more. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to let those cards over here. You're moving out of the energy of lack. The Five of Pentacles is lack mentality, maybe a lack of finances, lack of resources, something is not enough. You're missing something, you're missing someone. So maybe a lack in self-worth and confidence. Though I have to say, confidence is quite high here, unless this is not you, but another person. So yeah, but there was something that just felt cold or not enough, and there was something lacking in the past. Maybe a lack of emotions, a lack of love, a lack of, again, it could be finances, like quite literal. So let me get another card here. Okay. The Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, if this is your card, you are going to feel more confident. So this is why I'm saying that this might not be the lack of confidence here for you. But the Queen of Wands could be you or another person. If this is you, you might feel confident, creative, very inspired and very motivated to take care now of yourself or a certain situation or area of your life. There might be a lot of passion connected to that situation as well. If this is not you, then this could be another person. So if this is another person, the King and Queen of Wands, they are very attractive. So if this is another person, then this person is very charming, very charismatic, attractive, maybe very creative, very independent. All of that might be somebody that you have in your life that you are interested in. If that is not the case, then the queens are standing for support. So somebody might support you now. Somebody could be strengthening and boosting your confidence and say, Leo, you're great. Not that anybody needs to tell you. However, this is what could happen here, that you have somebody who is maybe not a fan, but somebody who's like, Leo, you're great, you can do it. And he's therefore motivating and inspiring you. So that's a really nice energy. The Hanged Man is a challenge. The challenge might be that it's difficult to see some things from a different perspective. And I feel like this is connected to the lack that you have experienced in the past. Maybe it's difficult for you to find new perspectives of an area of your life or connected to a certain situation. Also, you might feel like you have been let down, like you're just hanging in there. And you're like, okay, what's happening? I'm waiting, I'm hanging here. Yeah, so that might be a challenge here as well for you. Also, you might be, there might be a situation that is not really moving forward yet. Saying yet, because we can see there is movement coming towards you, or you are taking action here. So if this is a stalemate, if you feel like the biggest challenge is currently that things are not moving forward, they will soon. With the Hanged Man, it can talk about patience. Maybe you need to be patient here. but also it's about gaining insight. Maybe you connected to a situation for such a long time. You might try to find answers, to find solutions, and you're like, I'm just not gaining a perspective here on that situation from the past. I just don't know what the answer is or what the solution is, or I'm just lacking clarity. I feel like I'm lacking information connected to, yeah, isn't that interesting? I'm using lack quite often here, when we do have the energy of lack here. And usually I'm not saying lack with this card, so that means something. So there is some sort of lack, and that lack plays a role in February. But now it's about gaining information and insights about the situation from the past and the lack from the past. Emotionally, how do you feel? Well, justice is not really an emotional card, is it? But I do feel like you want to do the right thing. You want to judge a situation, you want to find the truth, you want to do the right thing, make the right choice. You feel like you want to be righteous, you want to be honest, you want to be fair. So these are all things, I feel like, again, it's connected to the past, because this seems to be connected to this. And then we have two further cards that talk about the past. We have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about you are thinking back onto the past. But what do we see in the past? We see something that was lacking. Something wasn't enough. Maybe you had the feeling of you weren't good enough. If this is about business and finances, then the advice is you need to work on something. If this whole situation is about a lack in finances, this card says you need to become an expert, you need to become really good at what you do, and just keep on doing it and keep on working on it in order to develop a situation further, in order to make something successful. Just continue improving and developing, if this is about finances. With the Six of Cups talking about the past, and this is what we see in the past, at the same time with the Six of Cups, you might even think of other things that happened in the past in February. There might be a feeling of nostalgia, a feeling of the good old times, something that was really happy, that made you happy in the past. It might be childhood. For some of you, this might connect to a childhood thing, like you're thinking back when you were a child, when you were younger. You might think back onto a relationship. You might think back on the beginning of a relationship where everything was just happy and nice. Whatever this is that you're thinking about, there is a sense of bittersweet nostalgia with it. But also, therefore, the Six of Cups tells me that you might see things with rose-tinted glasses, because in the past, even though we say, oh, in the past everything was better and the good old times, well, were they really that good? Because usually what happens is the more we come to the future, the past get distorted. And with this card, there's a sense of distortion when it comes to the past, because you might just be focusing on all the nice things, which obviously is nice, but there were other things too. And maybe this is why this card is here, because there was a lack of something. You might, you might fantasize about the past and how beautiful it was, but then this card says, remember, it wasn't always butterflies and rainbows here. What you're thinking about is the Ten of Cups. So that's family, that's soul family. Maybe you want to have a family. Maybe you want to spend more time with your soul family, with friends, being social, sharing beautiful moments with other people. But this also can talk about that you're thinking about somebody that you really love. You could think about, in general, the things that would make you happy and fulfill you. So let's see, is there another cup card? Well, the only cup card we see is basically here in your energy. And that's more like remembering the past, which is here as well. So this card talks about the experiences of the past, but we're going to come there in a second. I just wanted to say that there was another card, right? Remember, I said there are two cards that are also talking about the past, and this is the other one. We're going to get there in a second. I want to clarify a little bit more what's going on here. So you are thinking about happiness, fulfillment, maybe your family, your soul tribe, another person, a relationship. I feel like you're thinking about what would make me now really happy? You might be focusing on your happiness, on your success in like the emotional side of things. And I feel like I want to pull one more card for this. The cherry of the cake card. That's like, okay, what do I need in order to be happy and fulfilled? You might just be simply more focused on sharing now moments with others and not being alone. The moon. Oh my God, now of course. Wow, of course, because you are thinking about happiness, success, fulfillment in the emotional side of things. You're thinking about love, and then you have the emotions here. Isn't that interesting? Because I've already made that connection, saying, well, the only other cup card is in your energy. Because sometimes what I do is I see, okay, where are emotions showing up as well in this term here? Because there are emotions, here are emotions. So I feel like what you think about when you think about that situation is, oh my God, that was my happiness, my fulfillment, my true love. I was so happy with those people. I was so happy within that family. I was so happy with that person. But then we have the moon here, and this is interesting because the moon card and the 6 of Cups, oh, this is so amazing because both here have a very similar vibe to the 6 of Cups, because the moon says there's something where there might be an illusion over this. Like the moon card can be rose-tinted glasses, is not seeing something for what it truly was. And that's the same thing I just said here. So again, what are you thinking about? It's the same thing. You're thinking about the past, how happy that made you, and so on and so forth. But was it truly? No, it wasn't. There was a lack. Something was missing. And even though you feel like you want to be righteous and you want to be righteous and honest and do the right thing and make the right choice, which is really good, there might be a decision that you need to make connected to your emotions, where you need to be honest with yourself. And that might be the thing, that what you're lacking is the insight, the new perspective onto that situation, because something you might not see very clearly. This might connect to this Queen of Wands, somebody who's very charismatic, charming, etc., because memories from the past play a big role here, right? So that might be a man as well. Charming, charismatic, good-looking, attractive, magnetic, independent, magical. But I also feel like you're gaining, I feel like there is some sort of support. I feel also like this is, in addition to that, there's another person in your life who is supporting you currently, who's looking at you and saying, Leo, you're great. Stop looking to the past. Focus on the future. And we do have that here with the 9 of Wands. That I feel like somebody might say to you, somebody outside, so another person might say, learn from the past, don't let it hold you back. At the same time, I feel like there is somebody connected to that situation, connected to that past situation that is also wounded. So this person might have built a fence around them, might be wounded, might be hurt, might be withdrawn. And there might be a person you have a lot of experiences with in the past. Not only good ones, also very difficult ones, but a lot of experiences. It feels like the both of you learn a lot from each other. What are you moving into now? Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands is a sense of freedom, adventure. So you might be quite active in the near future, taking action upon something. Moving, you might move, be physically active, do something that is fun, do something that you think is exciting. So there are new experiences, or you taking action, or you being very active, being on the move, traveling, all of these kind of things. I want to see what you're taking action upon. Let's put this here. It might also be that you're looking more towards the future now, because for some reason I feel like there's a lot of focus into the past. I mean, you can even see it here. This person is just slightly looking into the past. The moon is looking into the past, past. But what was in the past? But what are you thinking about? How are you thinking about it? So it might be that somebody is coming in. The Prince of Wands might rush into you and be like, hello, Leo, how do you want to have some fun? Do you want to go on an adventure? So maybe somebody's going to come in here. Maybe it's your energy. Let's see. Can we get more information, please, about the Prince of Wands? Yeah. Going on a journey, expanding your horizon, new experiences. Maybe it could be a course, something that interests you, something that excites you. A course, training, education that you're going to take action upon. But also it might be really an energy of exploring, of, okay, I'm going to move into the future now. I'm going to do things now that excite me, that I'm interested in. I'm going to explore. I'm going to expand my horizon. I'm going to move. I'm going to travel. These are things you're moving into now. And it's going to be a fun energy. It's going to be an exciting time. You're hoping for success, for a victory or success in some shape or form. Maybe you hope that this situation is going to successfully turn around or is going to be successful. Maybe you hope that you yourself are going to be successful. It feels like you hope that something is going to be successful here. Or that challenges can be overcome. Because the Six of Wands is the overcoming of the Five of Wands. And that basically says overcoming of struggle. I hope that I can overcome the struggle. I hope that I can overcome the challenge. I hope that maybe we can overcome that challenge and be successful. Underlying is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is that there's a gift. Within that, okay, more information. Within that situation from the past, there is a gift. And once you accept and recognize what the learning, the gift is, you will be able to move on. You will be able to move forward and take the learnings into the new beginning. At the same time, there might be something that is soon going to be offered to you. There's the energy of new potential, of maybe new stability, new money, new home, new relationship. There's something new here, but it's a potential. So if you don't nurture that potential, it might just poof away. And but there's something coming in, I feel like, that is like a gift from the gods. It's like a seed that you're going to receive, where you can decide where you want to plant that. But the circumstances need to be right. With the Ace of Pentacles, with this seed, the circumstances need to be right. So it's important that you create the right circumstances. That might mean within yourself. Are you ready for this new beginning? Are you ready for this job, this relationship, whatever this new thing is? Are you creating the right circumstances? Or is the environment that you're in, is that the right environment? Because also with the Nine of Wands, which could not only connect to that person from the past, it could also connect to what's your environment, how is your environment supporting you? Well, your environment might remind you of the past. So maybe it's not the perfect environment for you or for this new thing in order to grow. As the advice, before we go into the last energy here, we have something here as well. What do we have here? Time to breathe out. Okay. Let's go there in a sec. Let's go to this one first. You need to, in order to develop or make something successful, which to a degree this is what you want or what you're hoping for, there's something where you need to put in some time and energy, maybe some money into a situation, into yourself, into your life. And this basically says you need to work on this. There's something that you need to work on in order to make something successful, or in order to be independent, or in order to develop something even further. But you need to put in the work. Maybe you need to put in the work to yourself. What did I just say? Are you creating the right environment within yourself? Are you ready? Are you ready for success? Maybe you need to a bit like further work on something or yourself. We're moving into the Temperance card, which basically means healing. So that's a really nice thing to see. You're moving into a calm, peaceful energy of healing, where something is going to be balanced out. Could be a balancing of emotions, being more peaceful, more at peace with something, more in harmony. Could be a healing, in general healing, emotional healing, mental healing, physical healing. Let's see, what is this about? The Temperance card is also a lesson to not fall into an extreme. Maybe you need to temper yourself in some shape or form. Do less of the things that don't work. Do less of toxic things, or maybe that's a bit weird to say. Do less of the things that don't work for you. Do less of, maybe there is a need to bring something back into balance, which again means that maybe you need to stop something. What can we get more information, please, about Temperance? You need to let go of something, of someone. You need to let go of destructive thinking. You need to let go of conflict. You need to, in some shape or form, if you want balance, you need to let go of something. Move into calmer waters. Maybe it is an actual move. I think we talked about this as well. An actual move could be beneficial for you to gain more balance. A journey might be helpful to heal or to gain more balance, or in general to let go of a certain way of thinking or of certain thoughts that are not beneficial to you. So let go of whatever is holding you back in order to bring more balance back into your life. Take time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out is for me always an energy of you need to relax. So in the moment where we breathe out, that's where we truly relax. If you breathe in on 4, hold your breath for 4, but then breathe out on 8. Because in that moment where you breathe out, and you breathe out longer than you breathe in, that's when you are relaxing. So every time I get this card, it tells me, relax. Use your breath in order to relax. All right. Leo, this is your reading for February. I hope this reading helps and supports you. If so, you can help me and support the channel to grow if you leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel. Also, please share this reading if you feel like it can be of benefit for someone in your life. So I hope to see you guys next time, and I'm looking forward to do your next reading.